Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's me, Paddy from across the Shuck, and I hope you're all doing really well. Now, first of all, a bit of a different setup. I was doing a little bit of maintenance. I was changing the scales on one of my twisted assisted knives. I'll do a wee video during the week because of a few things I wanted to show. I got a lovely present from Dan over at Bladebridge. That's your sack man if you ever want your sacks. And he does other knives, but sacks he's really he's he's a sack star. He customizes them. He does everything. So he sent me a lovely little present. So I'll do that. I have a few wee things that I've got in. I want to do a proper video on it. But Dan, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Now, this is my Small Shed Designs little takedown table, which I was using to take a knife apart and change the scales over, which are lovely. And I'm going to recommend them when I do the video for you. So, Oddball Knives is the title. I just get carried away, don't I? Oddball knives, two oddball knives in my collection. And by the word oddball, it does not mean bad. It just doesn't mean bad. It means that they're odd looking. They're not typical knives that you're going to get in your collection. This is about the fourth time I've done that. I'll tell you a wee story, whether you want to hear it or not. I was getting this, I was showing this, and I thought I'll get a bit of cardboard and I'll show you how it cuts. And I bent down, got a bit of cardboard, came back up again. Instead of picking this one up, I picked this up, which I already know is blunt. And I'm pushing it through cardboard saying, that's terrible. I don't know what's going on. And then I realised I was carrying the wrong knife. So I said a bad word and had to start again. So two oddball knives. This one here was from one of my subscribers, Jason Glover, or Glover, I should say. And it's a Rustlock, case Rustlock, a knife I'd never had. Jason had heard me talking about it and saying that I never had it. It just looked a bit odd for me. And they're not a cheap knife. These are probably about £80 on Heine Haynes. Somewhere around there. I don't go and check the price, but I'm sure it is at least £80. It's a beautiful knife, maybe even more. In fact, probably is a bit more when I talk about it. Anyway, this is an odd looking knife. It's a pterodactyl without the wings. I'm going to stop. This is it. Count to 10. I'm going to have a nice sip of lemon tea. Now, it looks like a pterodactyl. It's an odd looking knife. It's an odd working knife. You can put it in your hand like this and then just push it. Oh, push it up and pull it up at the end there. Listen to that. Great lockup. Now, I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't bother with it. I take it out of the case and I just do this. One-handed with a thumb. Holding it with the other. It's super. I'm never in a rush to get a knife out. This is not a tactical knife. This is an EDC knife. And it came lovely with Jason. I stropped it, and I have cut a bit of cardboard there this morning. Well, I did it when I was doing the test, but I just wanted to show you this is cardboard. This is unbelievably smooth going through cardboard. Now, this is just their stainless steel. Let me just get this out of the way. This is just their stainless steel. And that beautifully mirrored blade that Case do. An absolutely super knife. And if you've never tried one or you were frightened to try one, look, a couple of years ago, JB over at JB, he got one of these and he had to send it back to Case because the fit and finish was terrible and it was woeful. And he sent it back and it came back every bit as bad as he sent it. And he sent it back again. But Case said a lot of the things that he wanted fixed were within their spectrum of a well-made knife, and that included some terrible gaps and all in the back. Now, they did do a half a decent job, but I think it definitely put a lot of people off. JB's not a boy that would moan or groan too much, but this was bad. And I've seen, when he done that video, there was so many people come on, yeah, mine was the same, There was a lot of people came on. So they got a really bad rap for a while there. And I think that sort of put me off as well, because it's not a cheap knife. But Jason sent me this one. He says, got a lovely one here. I'll send it to you for the channel. And I was just over the moon. There's a video on this, my initial review. I'll be doing a full review later on. But this is such a comfortable knife. And it shouldn't be, by the way it looks. It is really comfortable. It's a liner lock. You have that half moon shaped liner lock here. Very easy to work. Listen to that lockup. It's just super. there was the tiniest wee bit of a wiggle on it. I gave it one thump on a hammer there, one thump on the hammer there. It hasn't even done it any real damage. You can sort of see the pin a bit there, but it's gone. Just gone. It's absolutely fine. Love it. Really, really cool knife, and a real oddball for my collection, but this is going, the bone on this, look at that bone, come on, it's just gorgeous. Every day I've been looking at it and it's gorgeous. It gets better looking. The second one is this Navaja. It's a Spanish made, there's a name on it, but it's Lemelgary or something like that. It's the back of it has been rusted over and I haven't sorted it out yet. But I love, look at that shape of the blade. Isn't that beautiful? And that powder horn sort of handle. You can get your thumb up there. Absolutely super, because this is a locking knife. Lovely locking knife. Now, the odd thing about this locking knife is you pull this little thing up here, you push forward, and the blade will come down out of there, put that back again, and then fold the blade into the handle. Again, not a knife for those who like to rush, but a absolutely beautiful knife. Now, this is an older knife. I don't know how old it would be. I would say 70s maybe. But it is just an oddball knife with this strange looking back spring. But the powder horn handle, I just think it is gorgeous. I think this is a nicer shape than a toothpick, because you get that fatter blade on it. And this is a carbon blade, I would say. Just lovely thin edge on it. But it is blunt as a doorknob, which is why I had to redo the video. I was trying to cut cardboard with this and there's not a chance. So, but listen to this now. It's beautiful. Really is lovely, and lovely. You can see the way there they've gone past the bolster and up into that sharpening lock or whatever it is, but it fits your finger perfect. This is a cracking lightweight carry. It's lovely. So, the thing about these two knives is, yeah, initially the looks might put you off. I mean, this is a bit through together looking, if that's the right word, but the shape of it and the design of it and that locking system is fantastic. It really is just lovely. I mean, this is not the best. This is a working knife. This probably cost a couple of pesos when it was bought. But you'll see them on, I see them on Etsy quite a bit. You'll see them coming through every now and then. I think I got a particularly good one, to be honest with you. Now, it's blunt. I haven't done anything with it. It's totally blunt. There's nothing on there. So what I'm going to do maybe later on this week, in fact, I'll probably do it tomorrow, is I'm going to sharpen this, because on the podcast with RJ's Knives on Sunday, I think it was actually Jerome that said, we always look for different challenges, and he said, get one of the knives out of your collection that you haven't carried for a very long time, or as long a time as you've had the collection. But so this one I've had quite a while now, and he said carry it for a week and see what you think about it. So I'm going to do a sharpening of this first tomorrow, and then I'm going to carry it for a week, and it will be my only knife for a week. The only one I'll use, I'll probably carry another one just in case, but this is the one I'm going to use for everything. I do like carbon anyway. So I'll do a sharpening video tomorrow, and then I'm going to carry it for a week, and then I'll come back to you and I'll give you a report on, is it just looks a bit different, or is it a good EDC knife? I can't see this being a bad EDC knife. That blade is just gorgeous. It really is lovely. Even the jigging on this plastic looks nice. Really does, like worm groove, small worm groove. But there you go. There's my 2 for Tuesday, 2 oddball knives. And, join in with Tom's tag. If you've got a channel, do a video, 2 oddball knives in your collection. And then if you fancy doing this challenge of getting an older knife from your collection and carrying it for, a knife you haven't carried for donkey's years. It doesn't have to be an old knife, I guess. When I got this out to do this video, I thought, there's the nice. So I'll do an open tag with it. I think it was Jerome. Maybe someday I'll put me right in that from the live on Sunday. Right, I'm away. Take care. Thank you very much. Very muddled, higgledy-piggledy video, but 2 beautiful knives, I have to say. This is gorgeous. Have a go, get one. Just buy it from somewhere you can see it before you buy it. I think that's the deal with these. Or buy it from a friend, which is even better. Or if you get something, you're going to buy it off eBay or wherever you're going to buy it, make sure you get plenty of pictures of it. Now, bye-bye now. Have a nice day.